Hello, welcome to a CK3 Let's Play with me, the Waning Gibbous. We're playing as Alfred the Great. We're going to be role-playing a honest, just, gregarious, diligent man, an Anglo-Saxon, as he fights off the great heathen invasion of the Norsemen with him and his allies. I'm going to try and not play the meta. I'm going to do some conversational tutorial stuff as we go through, but I'm not going to get it bogged down in what everything means and stuff. You'll kind of see how it plays as it goes along. I've pinned all of the major people that we need to look after. King Athelred, our brother, is the petty king of Wessex and our liege. We've got King Burgard up in Mercia, who's married to our sister, and King Edmund of East Anglia, who completes the trio of southern Anglo-Saxon petty kings. Further up north, we've got King Isla, who's under a lot of pressure from the white shirt, Halfdan, son of Ragnar. He is, he's in all kinds of trouble, basically. Northumbria is very likely to fall very quickly. But one day, we're going to reclaim those Northumbrian lands and put these vassals back into their rightful seats. We are currently actually in Dorset, which is a vassal of, we are vassals of the petty kingdom of Wessex. We hold Bath and Wareham, and we are neighboured by Cornwall, who obviously have the Cornish culture, so they're not Anglo-Saxons, but they are Catholic by this point in history, 867 AD, so they don't completely hate us, even though all the terrible things the Anglo-Saxons have done to the Brittonic people over the centuries. They are joined by Brittany, the Bretons, the Welsh, and the Cumbrians of Strathclyde as the Brythonic people, the original people of the British Isles, pre-Roman, pagan, Druidic people. They still exist, their languages still exist, but they've obviously been converted to Catholicism by this point, and but their cultures remain. We are probably just going to get started. We're on the martial path. Just a few little things. Our wife has very high martial, so she's going to be supporting us in our battles for now. It gives us a rather meaty 30 martial, giving us a levy size of plus 44% and levy reinforcement rate plus 44%. We have claims on Middlesex, on Hereford, and Buckingham, which is 3/5 of the de jure kingdom of Essex. Bedford and Essex are the last ones. We don't have claims on those, but I do have in my court Mr. Centine Sian Wolfson of the Kernwalhing, obviously butchered that dynasty, who has a claim on Bedford. So we could actually, if we wanted to, we could, rather than allying with Mercia, we could actually attack them straight away on his behalf and take Bedford for Wessex, and therefore complete the Wessexian claim on the de jure lands of Essex, if we'd like to. But we're honest, we're just, we're generous, we're diligent. We're going to try and roleplay as Alfred until he has a horrible son that will do more nefarious things, and we're going to support our brother in his wars, but we will take what's rightfully ours. So, you know, Middlesex is a very good claim, as it's the capital of the whole of Britannia, the de jure capital, and you get special buildings, and you get to build lots more things there, so that's eventually going to be a powerhouse of the empire. We need to get that as quickly as possible. Our court is very thin. While our wife is very good with her martial, she actually has very bad stewardship, but if I set her to manage domain, it actually ticks over just enough for us to have 8 holdings, which is fantastic. But yeah, we're going to put her in chivalry for now. Done the old trick of making the bishop our court position, so he gets a little bit of a boost in opinion. But he isn't going to fabricate any claims whilst we're honest and just. He's just there to improve relations with the Pope and gets a bit of extra money. The rest of our court is looking pretty thin, to be honest. We are going to try and get people in as we can, but right now we're just going to have to deal with what we can. So I think at this moment in time, I don't think money's too important. I think warfare is going to be everything. So what I'm going to do, we literally have only these 4 people in our court, I think. Oh no, okay, we also have another lady. And a knight. Okay. Just not very good. So, if we just quickly marry some people off. So we need, so as you probably know if you played the game before, for the council positions, unless a woman has become an earl or a duchy leader, she can't hold the positions of chancellor, steward or marshal. Only spy master, so any female can become spy master. So I think we may as well, let's marry off Bjorthric. Let's find him a good Anglo-Saxon woman. He's good at intrigue. Oh, we already, okay. So why would it set Iber automatically? We actually have an incredible spy master here with 21. She's brave, she's paranoid, deceitful, and an intricate web weaver with 21 intrigue. Fantastic. Why would it default to the other one? So actually, we're more than okay for a long time for spy master. We're gonna keep our only vassal, Revaldred, in his position. It's not very good for our prestige, but we're going to keep him there for now, just so we don't disrupt things too much. But let's replace the marshal and the steward with good people by doing some matrilineal marriages. Or how good he is. So who do we want? Bjornoth. And Blade Master. Zealous, compassionate, brave, brilliant strategist. Forder, crosses rivers and straits without advantage penalties. He's brilliant. What have we got here? Cautious leader. He likes us more because he's gregarious, so he's a party boy. Just like Alfred. You can't go wrong with this guy. I just have a feeling that if I bring him in, he's going to be immediately made into some sort of duke or something by our liege, our brother, the petty king of Wessex, and we're going to lose him straight away from our court. So I might actually go down a little bit and find someone who isn't likely to be snapped up. Supply, forest fighter. Ah, here we go. A handsome forder. Lazy, brave, and gregarious. So he likes us. He's a party boy. He's handsome, which means that they might have some nice children. 39 and 29. We might get some handsome people in our court. More handsome people in our court. He's brave. He's a forder. I think. Is there anyone else with inheritable traits? Okay. Let's go with him. Let's go with him. Because I'm almost certain that the guy with 20, Marshall, although he's brilliant, he's going to get snapped up straight away and we'll have wasted the only natural marriage we would have been able to achieve in our court. We've only got 2 relevant women who are available for marriage. So that means we can only choose 2 men to bring in through a matrimonial marriage. So if we bring someone who immediately gets snapped up, then it would be a complete waste. So we're going to bring young Burthnoth, handsome Burthnoth, the forder, into play. And he's going to be our new marshal. And we're also, with that absolute waste of space, where is she? Iba. Okay, she's alright, a marshal. What is she? Fickle, patient, and just. I mean, she's not a terrible person, so glad to have her about, but let's get a good steward in. Who's got the highest stewardship? Soul Reed. So he's just, brave, and deceitful. I don't think we want anyone dishonest managing our money. Stubborn, diligent, gluttonous. This guy's much better. Impatient, diligent, honest. Oh, but he's actually got really good martial. Decisions. Temperate, paranoid, stubborn. He's not actually a steward. None of these guys are actually have a education trait that's stewardship. He does. He's crap though. All right. Deceitful. I don't like having someone deceitful who's controlling all the money in my realm. But maybe stubborn, gluttonous. You're going to spend all my money on feasts. Frowns at moderation. He wants it all. I'm not sure how much this affects. I know that some of these traits mean that he's more likely to pocket the realm's cash and do horrible things. You think to lie and deceive isn't the type of money man that you want. Should we give him a try though? He's just and he's brave. Maybe the just counters it. Let's bring you in, mate. Let's bring you in. Okay. So, in a couple of days, our court will form. We're going to keep that rubbish chancellor in for now. Diplomacy isn't too important until we really get going, so... and then let's get some wives in for the rest of them. Find Anglo-Saxons with inheritable traits. Okay, there's 3 of them, and I think I've got 3 eligible men. Yes. So he might become a vassal at some point. So I would like, and he needs some children to keep his line going. So I would like my vassals to be quick, I think. Yeah. So you can have a quick wife. Nick. You can have a strong wife, because you are a martial man. And Fred, a learning man. Well, you've got no choice. Oh no. She doesn't want to marry you. Let's get... Let's just go for some of all skills. Okay, so she's 17 and she's got good skills. Yeah, got it. Okay, so that's the court sorted. Court positions, we'll worry about that when we've got the proper court going. Intrigue, factions, decisions. We're going to save our money now. We're going to go on lots of hunts and feasts as the game goes on. But let's wait until we got a little bit of money. We've got Hoscals and Bowmen. And we're getting a couple of men who can join our band of knights. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. We're going to play it on 3 speed to begin with. You know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to replace the bowmen, bring in onagers and spend all of our money on onagers, but it will mean that we can, these are siege weapons, and it will mean that we can take cities much quicker. And I think in this game, sometimes in wars, taking cities as quickly as possible is what it's all about. We worry about Anglo-Saxon culture and all that type of stuff if we ever become the head. So right now, as I say, we're a vassal of our brother, King Alfred. We're at war with the sons of Ragnar. So we've got Jarl Halfdan Whiteshirt and Ivar the Boneless, who've invaded the British Isles. Whiteshirt is attacking Northumbria, and Ivar the Boneless is attacking East Anglia. Northumbria is so far away from us that we're going to have so little influence in that war that I think we're just going to focus on the East Anglian one, even though we really can't actually do anything because we're just a vassal at the moment. I am in half a mind actually just to go and pinch Bedford while we can. So our wife, her father happens to be the Earl of Lindsey, who has 2 titles, Nottingham and Lincoln. So our options for alliances, because we don't have any children at this point, are very thin. So we're already allied with our brother. We're gonna ally with our father-in-law as well. So we've got some family ties, and he has 469 men that he can add to our 619 men. We've actually lost 100, haven't we? Because we've just got rid of the bowmen. But I think honours is just more important at this point. We've got a crop field, a farm, which is giving us 0.5 gold to begin with. Excellent, that's a really good start. And also logging camps that are giving us 0.3. So as far as starts go, this is a pretty damn good one. Other than the bit of a rubbish court that we've got to start with, our wife's good. Our starting holdings are good. And yeah, we started with enough money to be able to buy onagers. But all good. Let's get this going. Okay. We're allied with our brother. 25 stewardship he has. I'd almost rather him run the country whilst I do the dirty work with a stewardship like that. He'll be building things and developing things all over the place. So, marvellous news. The benevolent Alfred, I accept your marriage proposal, your courtier Bjorthric, and my acquaintance Judith, okay? Earl Alfred of Lindsey has joined us. He's actually the spy master of King Bergerd. So if we ever wanted to murder him, we've actually got quite a high percent, and I think probably one of the reasons is that we're allied with his spy master. Not that we're going to do that because we're King Alfred and we're honest and just. Okay, just get through these marriage proposals, they're quite generic. Okay. Okay. Okay, so 658. So, Winchester, Wessex goes to war, marches towards East Anglia, and so does Mercia. They're obviously marching there to defend East Anglia from Ivar the Boneless invasion. If he gets down here and he takes over East Anglia, then we are in big trouble. So we're going to have to try and stop that. As you can see, Middlesex has just been given. What's happened here is, if you're not too familiar with the game, our brother can only hold 8 holdings. So he's got 3, and what was 5 more than he could actually look after himself, which means that he needs to give that holding over to a vassal. He's actually given it to El Uthred, who is actually the father, his father-in-law. He's given his father-in-law Middlesex, but we have a claim on Middlesex, so we can attack him. And I think, you know, in terms of like the honesty and justness, like we have that claim. It's not like we fabricated or anything. I think in feudal times, if you have a claim on something, it's fair game. I don't think we're going against any sort of morals that Alfred would have. I think it's rightfully his. So it's going to cost us 100 prestige. we've got our onagers, we can go straight in right now at the beginning of the game and take over the most important duchy in the whole of the British Isles. One of the best in the game. Need I say more? I might wait one moment though, because I have a feeling that he's going to give a couple more of these away. And if they are Hereford and Buckingham, I can declare war on all three of them at the same time. Bring our fellows in Lindsay to help us and swiftly take all three of them rather than just one. The problem is once you're at war, you can't declare war again. So if we start a war with Middlesex and Hereford and Buckingham become available shortly, we won't be able to attack them until this war has been finalised. So, on that note, we're going to wait and just see if these two are given out as well. There goes one. There goes the other. Now, it costs us 100 to declare war. Middlesex declared war. Remember, I have claims on Middlesex, Hereford and Buckingham. They are now out of the hands of my brother, and they are with random vassals, which means they're mine. We ride. I'm going to focus on Middlesex. In the meantime, I'm going to call my new ally, my father-in-law, into war. I think it's better if he just focuses on one of these, actually, rather than two. So I'm going to get him to take Buckingham. Yeah, you take Buckingham for us. We're going to create a new rally point that's a little bit closer. Raise all of our armies. Let's see if there's any... Okay, so there's a fort. Okay, so Middlesex actually has a garrison of 400, whereas the other two, 250, 250 respectively. So that's good news that we brought those onagers in. Let's try and make swift work of this. So an extra 470 men are coming down. Hereford has brought its army out, but we're not actually going to... What's the path actually? We're not actually going to directly attack them. We're going to go straight to Middlesex and take it as quickly as possible. Hopefully at the same time, Lincoln will take Buckingham. We'll try and make short work of Middlesex. If the garrison... so as I said, Middlesex, because it has already built a fort, a bastion and curtain wall, it has a garrison of 417. If our number of men goes under 417, we can't take it anymore. And we're going to suffer attrition as we fight, so let's hope that we've got enough people, enough men, to get it done. I'm going to speed this up because there's not that much going on before. We play most of the game at 3, but... Aha! Fate smiles upon me. My wife, Countess Ellsworth, is bearing my child. I cannot wait to hold the babe in my arms. So we have an heir. We have the intelligence physical trait, which is hereditary, so let's hope for a male heir, an intelligent male heir, so we can carry on Alfred's legacy. Oh, we also have the Earldom of Dorset gains focus recruitment, levy side plus 25% for 10 years, so even more men because of our excellent martial skill. I mean, yeah, so this is going up to 662, which is fantastic. Making good progress. Ah, look, Mercia has been invaded by another army, by the second army by Montague, which I know are down here. So another Viking has come in, and they are going for the Duchy of Lancaster. So Mercia is being attacked as well now. So we've got East Anglia being attacked by Ivar the Boneless. We've got Northumbria being attacked by Halfdan, the white shirt. And now we've got another guy, Montague. What's his little strapline? He doesn't have one. But Montague is now taking a sliver of Mercia. The Anglo-Saxon kingdoms are well under attack. We're going to need to build a lot of internal strength to bounce back at this. Excellent. Middlesex is ours. We gain the contested title. Bang. That will give us more men, and we also have the capital of the British Isles, London, in our possession straight away. So we're in a very strong position now. Let's go on and take care of it. Oh, I forgot to change people in charge. So we actually get far more men than we actually have. Ah. So after all that, we ended up getting a new vassal as part of our taking over Middlesex, the town of Southwark, and they're actually a better marshal, and they're a powerful vassal, so they should be in power really. So unfortunately, we should have probably, in hindsight, instead of got our lovely Brynnoth in, although it's good to have him as backup, and he's also got the forwarder trait if he's the commander, so it's good to have him. But we probably should have used that to have got a better chancellor. But, you know, living in life. Welcome, Reeve Ironhire of Southwark. Of Southwark, really. You're our new marshal, and you will give us more men as a consequence. Great stuff. Okay, I'm going to immediately put you so low county control in Middlesex. When you take control of when you win a battle, you take control of a new duchy. The local populace are obviously in disarray. So control measures the grip that the government has on the population of the county. We don't have it. 0%. We want that to be 100%. We've got a minus 500% negativity. So that means if we stick it on a little bit, we can use this increased control in county to get them back on side as quickly as possible. We want London to be happy because that's going to be the centre of our world, really. Just like mine. I should say, this is the first Let's Play that I put up. I am from London. I'm from a place called Kingston. I'm actually in Kingston right now. So I guess, yeah, the Bishopshire of Kingston is where I'm from. It's 36 degrees right now, and I live in a studio flat. We have a huge heat wave that's happening at the moment, so I'm hiding up here playing video games, and I thought, why not make a little tutorial of King Alfred's Crusader King 3 campaign. It's one of my favourite things. I've probably started this one about 10 times and got a pretty good opening sorted out by now. But I thought I'd play this one, record it, put it out there, see what people think, if they like my play style, and continue the series if anyone wants to watch it. If not, do it for myself. But here we are, the Bishopric of Kingston. That's me, mate. Bishopric of Kingston. Yeah, nothing else. Alright, that's another one gone. We've got Buckingham. We're in a little battle here. So my commander skill is 40. An absolute madman. I'm one of the most feared commanders in the world at the moment. And a lot of it's actually thanks to my wife. Giving me that buff. That big martial buff. 40 is a very, very high commander advantage. So they only have 15. So it means that, yeah, I just wreck basically. What can I say? Aha! So it didn't even have to take the city. I have actually taken Earl Sigerholm hostage in that battle. He is mine. He is in my prison. So he has no choice but to negotiate and hand over what's rightfully mine. That went very well. Maybe as well as it's ever gone. So immediately we have 3 new duchies. Taking it from, we had just Somerset and Dorset, now we've got 5. And they're actually in the heartlands of the whole of Britain. And that's going to be quite a controversial statement to anyone who lives outside of London or the south. But I mean in terms of the game. It's the capital, the de jure capital. If we go to the Empire of Britannia, the de jure capital is the Eldom of Middlesex. So yeah, that's why I'm saying it, not for any other reason. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have low control on all of these places now, which is fine. But because we've got 3 new holdings, we're going to be able to get a much bigger army. Mercia is on its knees with the battle. I wonder if now is the time to press on and get Bedford. Now I'm honest and just, but we are not allies as of yet, and we do have a claim, but we don't have enough prestige. So we're not going to do it. If you don't have enough prestige to declare the war, you get a huge fame penalty and we will become disgraced. So we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do first is try and get 375 prestige. That's going to be our new short-term goal, because as soon as we've got that, we can rightfully declare this war on Bedford, get that as part of Wessex, and then we never have to bother with Mercia again. If you can see the de jure duchy titles, Bedford, Mercia controls it now, but it's actually rightfully part of Essex, and we control the rest of Essex. And at one point, if we want to form the Kingdom of England and split these counties up, these duchies, these petty kingdoms even, split them up as vassals to the English crown. We don't want Mercia to be controlling it, because that's going to cause us actually more problems down the line trying to revoke that title from Mercia. Better to do it while we can. So let's try and get our prestige up. Let me think of the best way of doing that. We can call a hunt, which will give us 150, but sometimes it will give us 150 prestige, but sometimes there are events during that hunt which will allow us, which will give us more prestige. You may get opportunities to increase your prestige, so that's the one for us. We can just afford it as well. Isn't this going well? Okay. I mean, it's not going well for everyone else. Mercia's being fucked, East Anglia's in real trouble. Although they haven't actually attacked yet, so... Oh no, truce. Huh. So what's that about? So normally, Either the bonus always starts at War of East Anglia. Not at the moment. Okay, so East Anglia are not at war with anyone, which is fantastic. And King Eadmund, his wife is pregnant. My wife, King Alfred's wife, is pregnant. That might be an incredible alliance at this point in the game. If I have a son and they have a daughter, that could be an incredible alliance that we can... because they're a petty king and we are just a earl at this point, they might not accept it, but in the martial chain of lifestyles, one of them, promising profit. So in 3 perks time in the tree, one of them is promising prospects. Marriage acceptance for yourself, marriage acceptance for your close family is plus 25. So we'll see what that would be like, and if we only need 25 more opinion, we can also sway him. Yeah, we can just start swaying him as well. We might be able to get a really good alliance very quickly. Okay. You know, as a general goal, I think unifying and tightening the bonds as much as possible from the remaining Anglo-Saxons, creating a sound defensive structure, and then whittling away at the Norse invaders over time until we're powerful enough to go for a full invasion is what we're going to do. So there's no point in being too aggressive now. It's all about consolidation. As I say, a good marriages within the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. Taking Bedford now will have as least disruption on our relationship with Mercia in the long run, even though it will make them be annoyed at us for now for taking it. They're weak because most of their army has been destroyed by these Montague invaders, so we can probably just sneak in and get it, and then, you know, time is the biggest healer of all, so before long we'll get them back on side, and then we can use that alliance that we're allowed to get from them, because the petty king of Mercia is obviously married to our sister. So if you never play this game, you can see a lot of the fun, you know, a lot of the Paradox games, you have the tactical map, like things like Hearts of Iron and Stellaris and things like that. So you're out there and you're taking over parts of the world, you know, the total war type thing, you're taking as much territory as possible, but there's this whole other dynamic, which is all about being smart with your relationships with people, making the most of opportunities, managing your levels of stress. You really don't want to get too stressed, so you don't want to do things that are against your character's personality, because that will make them stressed, and if they get stressed, they might just have a heart attack or abdicate, and that could be game over. And also creating the best lineage of children you can, so let's hope for a nice intelligent son from our wife. Okay. Get that prestige up. Let's go on a hunt. Okay, my vassal Reeve Einhair is the first to see it. The powerful bear. So Reeve Einhair is the Southwark, our marshal. So we just incorporated him into the realm. So we're riding with him. He's the first to see it. The powerful bear is hard to distinguish from its surroundings, but is observing us through the undergrowth. I lock eyes with the animal, and it is almost as if it can sense my intention, for it suddenly takes off. We ride. Gain 75 prestige, just what we need. Or slow and steady now, that cliff looks steep. You spend it. No, we ride, we're going for it. We need that prestige. We need Bedford. My world narrows to the nature surrounding us as we follow the bear on its escape through a ravine. Riding side by side with Reeve Einhair, I can hear the thunder of hooves, dogs barking, men shouting. Excitement flows through me as we slowly gain on our quarry. We press on. More prestige. We're flying. Come on. I know that it's a killing shot before the arrow even finds its target. As the bear stumbles and falls, we drown out its wails with shouts of victory. A good kill. Got it. Aha! My son and heir. With a tired yet blissful smile, Alfred presents me with a perfect little son. One day, child, you will carry on my legacy. What name would befit an earl? Well, if you guys know anything about Anglo-Saxon history, he was the father of Edward the Elder, King of the Anglo-Saxons, who was his heir. So we are going to call our son, aptly, Edward. Edward the Elder. Now, is he intelligent? Is he intelligent? Is he intelligent? Is he intelligent? Did he get it? Did he get it? No. Not to bother. Not to worry. A little bit disappointed. Everything else has been going very well in this playthrough so far. We've been murdering birds, getting our prestige up, taking things super quickly. Edward, I'm a little bit disappointed that you're not super intelligent, but I'm so intelligent and I'm so capable that I'm going to turn you into a bloody good king anyway. So may you grow to be strong and wise, my son, Edward Alfredson of Wessex. And I'm going to educate you. So so don't forget to later. Edward Wessex becomes your ward. So I'm now going to train him. I don't know him what. I'm pretty good at everything. I think either a diplomacy or a stewardship education would be good. Martial's kind of good, but we're going to do all our warring within Alfred's lifetime, I think. We want someone who's going to be able to control the realm once we've conquered everything, taken everything back from the Viking hordes. We're going to want someone who's either diplomatic, a son who's diplomatic, who can tie the newly formed kingdom together, get everyone on side, or someone with high stewardship who can go on a building drive and just really get the economy going. Either way. Hunt, returning from the wild. The hunt is drawing to an end. We mount our horses to leave the plains behind as the servants prepare the bear and other game for the journey back. Hunts like these are a pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. We return home, reinvigorated, with another 150 pursuit. That is enough to go for Bedford. Let's do it. We return home, reinvigorated. So, we still... Look. One issue is that Bedford that we need to take is currently being attacked, was under siege by an army of 2,000 Vikings that we cannot hope to fight off. And we wouldn't want to really, because them attacking Mercia is allowing us, oh look at those big armies, is allowing us to sneak in the back door and take Bedford. So what we might have to do actually, after all of that, is wait for them to finish taking Bedford, and then go in and take it ourselves. I don't think them taking Bedford will mean they'll win the war, so they will still be at war, and so the Mercian armies will still be distracted. Oh, but look, we have our own problems here. Okay. So organised army. Okay. We're going to need to fight these guys off because they're going to sack Wareham and take off with our money. They have many more men than we have. We want to get 677 men. Even then, to 867. Numbers are often the main factor in these battles. But it's the winter. And we have an incredible commander. Oh, Alfred. We have good knights, I think. We have one good knight. But we have 6 knights to their 4 knights. They have 200 more men. 300 at the moment. Shall we attack them? Shall we attack them? Our Huskarls, they fight well in the winter. Toughness and screen. They're good in the winter. We might just have to go for it. Let's just go for it. This could be the first fatal mistake of this mission. But I'm going to trust Alfred's commander abilities. Just go and murk this big army of Norsemen. Their commander isn't particularly good. 13 commander. They've got 4 knights. 280 spearmen. Spearmen counter heavy cavalry and light cavalry. And we counter spearmen. Okay. We have a chance. So, recently disembarked, better army commander, higher quality knights, more men at arms counter. They just have more soldiers going for them. It looks like we'll probably win, so let's just go for it. We don't want anyone ransacking our cities or plundering us, and we might get a bit of money out of this. Let's do this. We've got a little bit of time to burn anyway before these guys take off from Bedford, so let's fight. Plus 57 advantage. Amazing. Now we want to see this going up. Not down. Here we go. It's going in our favour. A person of interest to us, Wessexian of Cumberland, has had his head ripped off by Mayor Rudger of Doncaster. So one of the Anglo-Saxon earls has been killed. Carlisle. Cumberland. So his young son, 16-year-old Earl Sinerhall, now will become pinned instead of his father. May you rest in peace. Head ripped off by Mayor Rudger of Doncaster. A berserker. Look at him. He's not even... Oh, 21 prowess, actually. He's a mean bastard. Compared to 7 prowess of Wessexian of Cumberland. Didn't have a chance. Head gone. Let's fight. Nice. Okay, and as we have done that, Bedford has... Oh, they've left Bedford. Where has he got the army from? 649. Who are his allies? How has he got 1,841? Where has he got all those men from? That worries me now about attacking Bedford. We have to hope that this army is going to attack him, even though we want to be allies with him. I know I do not sound honest and just in any way possible, but I just think getting Bedford into Wessex now will be better for everyone in the long run. Said like a true English imperialist, that. Okay, a true English colonialist. Sorry, but it's gotta be done. So we can't disband our army until they piss off. These guys piss off. So as soon as they do, we're going to disband our army. We're going to put you on. You're not actually giving us more levies at the moment. How many are we supposed to have? 725. I actually want you to go back to increasing the control in London. We're going to attack you. Does Bedford have a fort? No, 277 garrison, so our 506 men are more than enough as long as nobody comes down and attacks us. The first army of Winchester, Wessex's army, has been beaten and is in retreat from Jorvik, taking huge losses. Lost half their men and they're retreating. Northumbria is lost. I mean, if the biggest army in the Anglo-Saxon world is retreating like that, look at this huge horde of savage Asturu Norsemen. The first army, Jarl Halfdan's host. The first army, Sigtuna. Amazing. Terrifying. It'll take a long time until we can fight something like that, so we've got to do what we can down here in the meantime. Okay. Low control. Let's do it then. Level. I'm going to put our rally point right on the border. Raise all men here. Got our onagers. Let's hopefully take it as quickly as possible. I hope the Mercians are nowhere near us. We really do not want Count Highstone of Montague to win his war to take Lancaster before we take Bedford, because as soon as that war's done, our good friend King Burghead, who we're now at war with, he actually has a Burghead as well, as you can see. he will turn all his forces against us and we'll have absolutely no chance of taking Bedford. So we've got a small window, but we're going to have faith, as George Michael once said. Do we have any commanders with the trait? Aha, we do. Siege phase time, minus 30%. So, Reeve Eiffelwine of Hartford, you're our guy. You're going to make us be able to take this town even quicker. The Elder Middlesex gained martial guidance for 5 years. Popular opinion plus 50. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, martial guidance, popular opinion. Does that affect control at all? The general populace of each county has an opinion of the character who holds their county. If the population is unhappy, they might start a peasant faction and populist faction. The easiest way of controlling popular opinion is to ensure that the county holders are the same culture. Okay, it doesn't seem to have much effect on the control, unfortunately. But, so you see, because of the low control we have, the levies in the country are changed by 45% and the taxes in the county are changed by 91%. So until we restore control in these regions that we've taken over, we're not going to be actually getting anything out of them. So it's imperative to restore order and control, particularly in London, as quickly as possible, and then, like I said, in Buckingham following that. Still no children, still no heir to the petty kingdom of Wessex, so we are still first and heir for the kingdom if anything happens to our beloved brother. Wink wink. They had a son. The East Anglians had a son, and we also had a son, so obviously we can't get an alliance together for them, but hopefully we'll have more children. Oh, she's 42, he's married a 42-year-old Castilian. Amazing. Why? Just no daughters coming to East Anglia anytime soon. Maybe it will happen. Okay, so King Burgard has lost against Count Iceland and Montague. Okay, now we are in trouble. Mercia has now ended its war with Montague. It's lost this sliver of its land to the Horde. Northumbria is about to fall as well. It's at 100% war score. Invasion of Lothian. This is not good because Mercia has 869 men. We only have 531. We are not going to be able to take this unless we find a good marriage for our son. Not an Anglo-Saxon. Alliance power. We want someone close with lots of men. 691, that's good. Lancaster, House Lancaster. Why would we marry them? Lancashire. They're about to fall. Okay. Varia is too far away. 500 men from Oriel. 691 men from Count Rimba over there. Well, they could get over to us pretty quickly, actually. Just over there. Well, it's not really a channel. We'll see. County of Germa, way too far away. Lancaster, right. We need men. We need men. I wonder if alliance power literally denotes just it. So I've organised everything by alliance power, so the top is the highest alliance power. I wonder if that literally just means the amount of men. So that would be the best, but they're all the way down in Spain. Aragon. And we also don't want to do it with anyone who's already at war with anyone, because their men would already be of use. Okay. What we can break the betrothal straight away. We don't actually need to end up marrying this person. So, we are going to go alliance power. county of Ditchmarsh and call them into war straight away. We're going to need the man, or we're not going to be able to take Bedford. Isla's dead. A person of interest to you, Petty King Isla of Northumbria was executed by way of Blood Eagle by Halfdan Whiteshirt of Jorvik. Northumbria has fallen. Jorvik now controls the whole of the north of England. There's one bit of Northumbria that's in today's kind of southern Scotland that's left, but I believe they're losing a war to Ivar the Boneless, so they will soon to take the rest of Northumbria. Petty Queen Bliger is now the Petty Queen of Northumbria, so we'll pin her and we'll remove her father. She is the head of the Northumbria dynasty as well, but she has been married to Snake in the Eye, a Norseman, and her children are all Norse, including one famous Knud of Sigurd. I think that might be the King Knud. Maybe, I think so. But anyway, I mean, Northumbria dies with her. Is there anyone else? One living member. Northumbria is over. The dynasty of Northumbria is done, unfortunately. It is dead. Unless, by some way, she can be matrilineally married. So if we can kill Snake in the Eye, take her back, have her have children matrilineally. She's only 27. She can then create a Northumbrian, and the Northumbrian dynasty will continue. And maybe in the future, we can get a Northumbrian back in Northumbria. Something to keep an eye on. She's pinned anyway. To be honest, that's so far out of our abilities at the moment. But it's good to know, you know, if we can get to her, if we can kill him by the time she's about in the next 8 years, 10 years, then we have a chance of keeping Northumbria alive. Okay, come, we need you. Call to war. 75. Over the water you come. Back us up before Mercia arrives. I'm gonna need your help to take Bedford. Here they come. Oh no. Why have they got so many men? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I'm not gonna complain. We're gonna have to retreat down to London. Let's actually retreat to Essex. And hope that our friends get her as quickly as possible, even though they're being raided at the moment, actually. We need your men over here now. With another 691 men and the 525, that's about 1200. They've got more men, but we've got a much better commander. Yeah, 13 commander. And they don't have too many knights. I think we'll be okay. So anyway, let's retreat. Just in time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. Stop. Pause. Jesus Christ. Now everything's changed. Just like that. Our brother is dead. And we are now the petty king of the whole of Wessex. So the tables have turned on Bedford and Mercia. You became the culture head of Anglo-Saxon. I wish it would pause when that happens. I'm annoyed to have lost 4 days. From that. Okay, so everything needs to be arranged now. I think that's probably a good time to end this first episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to do more. Probably going to put a few more episodes up anyway. I'm enjoying this playthrough. In the next episode, we are going to be restructuring the whole of the Kingdom of Wessex, getting it going. We're at war with Mercia now, so even though we want to be allies with them, we do start a war. And yeah, we now have all of this: Wareham, Bath, Salisbury, Winchester, Carisbrooke, Lewes, Dover, Chertsey, Reading, London, Berkhamsted, Oxford and Buckingham. we have a big old petty kingdom now to run, and that's going to allow us to build the fortifications and build up our armies, build up our economy, to take it to the heathens, to take it to the pagan great heathen army. Okay, so until next time.